All right, this is chapter 6, part 2, eukarya. In the eukaryotic domain, we've got plants, animals, fungi, and obviously protists, which include your algae, your protozoans, all the fun stuff. So we have fungi. The history of marine mycology. Mycology is the study of fungi. Marine fungi were first discovered in 1849. Important in marine ecosystems because most of your fungi are your decomposers. Now, fungi have a cell wall made of chitin. Plants have a cell wall made of cellulose, but fungi have a cell wall made of chitin. Hyphae can branch to produce mycelium. Mycelium, it's not a root system. It's actually what releases digestive enzymes to break down the decaying material, the dead material that they're getting food off of. So think of them as like projections that are acting as a stomach, if you will. Kind of weird. Heterotrophic decomposers. So fungi are not autotrophs. They are heterotrophs. They need something to break down and get food off of. They are heterotrophs. Ascomycotes are the most diverse and abundant. That's the type of fungi. Don't get too overwhelmed with some of the names. Ecology and physiology of marine fungi. They're obligately marine or facultatively marine. So obligatorily, meaning they have to be in salt water, or facultatively, they can but don't have to. Salinity is toxic to fungi. Most marine fungi live on wood. Decompose the chitinous remains of dead crustaceans. So your crab shells, lobster shells, things like that. These guys can break it down. Marine yeast will reproduce asexually by budding off, so they'll produce asexual reproduction. So they'll just get a little extension off of it, it'll break off and float away. Lichen. These guys are extremely important. Mutualistic association between a fungus and an algae. A diverse group of straminophiles, a diverse group of eukaryotic organisms that unified by the nature of cells to flagellum. These are your filter feeders, ochrophytes, diatoms. God, it makes me so mad. Hopefully you guys remember looking at these guys in the slide before the break. Please take a few minutes to look up diatoms. There's so much cool diversity in these guys. This was a slide that had all the different colors. We've looked at diatoms before, diatom structure. So these guys, their shell is actually made of silica, which is what you find in sand, which is what you find in glass. And a lot of times their two halves will meet together and tend to be very heavy. They make up a lot of what falls down to the deep depths of the ocean. They have radial symmetry or bilateral. See, look at that. It's so cool. They'll copy each other, so they will go through cellular division, copy each other, split up, boom, 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 off we go. They're so neat. Diatomaceous sediments is made up by diatoms. They'll sink and form siliceous ooze. Accumulation form sedimentary rock. So a lot of the sedimentary rock found in the oceans is made up of diatoms. Diatomaceous earth is made from this. The diatomaceous earth is what is found in a lot of our roads. It's what is found in filtrations of pools, and can also be found in your toothpaste. That's what gets your plaque off of your teeth. Sorry. Siliceous ooze accounts for most of the world's petroleum reserves. That's where you can find it. Silicoflagellates. Look how cool that is. Abundant in the cold marine waters. Alveolates. These are your dinoflagellates. This is your red tide, you guys. Red tide. Woo! Sorry. This is red tide. Dinoflagellates. Red tide. One of my students came up with this. Dinos died. Red tide. Alright, that right there. That's what it looks like. Unarmored dinoflagellates versus armored ones. Plates are used to identify different species. Major component of phytoplankton. Some are parasites of copepods, zooxanthellae. Photosynthetic zooxanthellae. You'll have those harmful algal blooms, red tide outbreak in South Florida. And you see that right there down here in the picture. that right there is your red tide outbreak. Oxygen content of the water may be reduced to such an extent that everything else dies off, which is what happened. Ciliates. These guys are just covered in cilia, and you can't see it well from over there, but if you look close up on your PowerPoint, you can see all these little extensions that just surround the entire cell, and they will rotate. When you watch them alive, they'll just rotate around. They're really cool. They're planktonic, benthic, major links in the marine food chain, form symbiotic parasitic relationships. Most are heterotrophs. Some are autotrophic symbiotes. So they'll have symbiotes that live inside of them, such as that green structure right there and right there. Some of them will also have chloroplast. Oh, these are so cool. All right, they have a similar collar cell setup that we've seen in sponges. There's so much cool stuff, guys, that I just am trying to limit how in-depth I'm going. And we are done. All right, guys, that's it for this unit.